Hi YouTube, my name is Gawd, and you're watching the Gawd Cafe. So today we're going to talk about Neptune in the 8th house. So Neptune is the planet of deception, illusions, creativity, and spirituality. The 8th house is the planet of shared resources, the occult, hidden knowledge, which is the occult, and basically the unseen, the house of Scorpio, the house of sex, the house of reincarnation, the house of, I would say, would it be the house of karma? Eighth house, Scorpio. Yes, I would say it's karma because of death, birth, and reincarnation. That's what Scorpio represents, and that's the 8th house. So your soul's reincarnation, just the hidden truths within your soul. So when you have Neptune in the 8th house, there'll be deceptions and illusions surrounding your shared resources. Oh, this is a little difficult placement when I think about it. This could be a very difficult placement. I don't have this placement, but I have Venus and Pisces in the 8th house, so I understand like the Piscean energy. Okay, so let me touch upon that. So having Neptune in the 8th house, I do have first-hand experience, fucking Pisces in the 8th house. Okay, so Neptune in the 8th house, so you merge with your relationships. You merge heavily with people in your life, with sex. Sex is something that makes you merge with individuals. Because Pisces in Neptune energy doesn't have ego. It's egoless. So when having this in the 8th house, you may attract a lot of partners or individuals in your life or things in your life that are here to consume you and here to take advantage, and you're having to take the spiritual outlook on it and not let it get that far, or let Neptune cause you to sink, because Neptune energy is the two fishes, swimming in both directions. One fish is swimming upstream and towards the sun, and the other fish is swimming down and practically drowning. So when you're not in your spirituality within Neptune in a house, when you're not in your spirituality, Neptune will run itself, and you need to ensure that you run Neptune. Neptune will run itself if you do not try to keep your perspective in check. Being that it's the planet of illusions, your perspective is constantly being tampered with. So to know this, to accept this, will lend you the rest of your life to be in peace. Because if you're always constantly looking for, okay, now I know my perspective is going to shift, and you're not oblivious to that factor, you save so much time. You save heartache. But you need to accept that your perception will dilute itself once in a blue. If you do, you can work with it. And so you must look at, okay, what am I lacking? What's being taken advantage of me? You need to assess, are things fair? And if not, you need to pull away, you need to unmerge, you need to detach. This house is very attached. So Neptune is in a house that's very attached. So it may be attached to euphoria and the dreaminess of sex and pleasures and all that. But being too attached to this will, in turn, put you into a dark hole, because the house of Scorpio also rules death. So within the same house, there's like these 3 holes, right, on the ground. And you're like, damn, which hole am I going to jump in? One hole is death. The next hole is rebirth. The next hole is transformation. Within this house, there will be times that you jump in each hole during different time frames in your life. But because this house rules all those 3 things, it's inevitable for you to undergo such experiences. But to know it beforehand could relieve you from being surprised and gagged, and in turn paralyzed to react. So it's very important to pay attention to who you're merging with, if you're over merging, if you're sharing too much of your resources to the point of selflessness, and if you're in a situation where you feel like you're stuck there. This could be a placement of someone who attracts a domestic violence abuser, because of the energy that's at play in the unconsciousness that you need to work with, of feeling like, it may be this. It may be like, oh, I want to date him because he looks strong. He looks like he can protect me, because of the idea that you believe you can't protect yourself in some form of way. In a weird way, this house would attract that same lover to be able to protect you, but be the same lover that would, beat you to death. He's so big, I know he could protect me. Now, that's not with all guys or, lovers that are, of a size or whatever. It's just this house can attract that outcome. So you need to be aware so that you can avoid it, by being very aware that, yes, you can attract a lover that's going to protect you, but you cannot exude the energy that's like this protector is going to be your source of protection completely. No, he could protect you, he or she could protect you in a situation, but for your energy to rely that this person would protect me in all regards creates an energy of over-idealizing someone, in turn attracting an outcome that lends itself for you to be powerless and to give this individual all your power. And because Neptune is so strong with illusions, although you have this energy, it can exude this aura that makes your partner unconsciously feel like it's okay to belittle you, because of the extreme vulnerability energetically being exuded. So to really grip this would really lend itself to making sure that you don't get caught up in in illusions that don't serve you. Illusions will occur with displacement. Accept it. Work with it. Let yourself dive into certain illusions that benefit you, where you don't have to care if you're being maybe a little too elusive. You know what I mean? Like creativity. Acts of creativity. You could be as elusive as you want. You know what I mean? Like little things like that. Exercising that in a healthy way will make you exercise less of Neptune and its lower frequencies. Anyway, this is Neptune in the 8th house. I think I covered a lot of it. I feel like there might be some more in another video, but we're just going to keep it here and keep growing this channel. So I am going to do more of the Neptune in the houses. Stay tuned, and until next time, my name is Gawd, and you're watching the Gawd Cafe.